all meetings, but we probably will have to call a bunch of meetings.
They won't accept that anymore?
No. In the future, they have told me that is their,
Is that a major no-no, in other words?
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to say that as an auditor, I see it
Yeah.
being done, but they said to be absolutely correct, no, we cannot do that. So basically what I'm saying is we're going to have to determine the amount that we think we'll need in each of those funds, and I need you all to say that amount and actually document it in the minutes that you want to transfer.
But you can give us the amount it takes to pay payroll.
Yeah, I'll give you what I think it'll take, and you all can approve those amounts. Yeah, that would be. And I can tell you, okay, so how much do you want to move currently? Do you want to meet the current payroll, the May payroll, the what? How much payroll do you want to meet right now by transfer?
It's your motion.
Might well transfer to payroll, what it takes.
Through the end of the month?
Yeah.
Through the end of the month, so the 15th and the 29th and the end of the month, people also, right?
Yeah.
For the jail and the general fund. Okay. I know approximate amounts.
So many months ago, you had mentioned that there was so many $1,000s missing. Remember that? Back, you told me.
Missing?
Yeah, you told us that there was 300 and some thousand. Did that ever work out? In the budget, something was missing like that.
Oh, when we first did our budget?
Yeah.
The 300,000 transfer occurred in two accounts. A transfer out, it's not money missing, it's a
But I
budget
mean, but
amount.
that's the term.
No, it's not money missing, it's the budget amount.
Okay.
Was budgeted to transfer out 300,000 out of two funds in the general fund. Okay, that has been corrected through amendments and cross-fund transfers. That is a budget issue, but not a cash issue. It has nothing to do with cash balance.
So it's nothing we can spend. So.
No, that was a budget amount. Budget amounts are totally separate from cash balances.
How much does it take for each payroll?
Okay, it's approximately $6,000 a pay for the jail fund and $15,000 per pay for the general fund, bi-weekly people, and then $15,000 for end of month people. So we would need $12,000 for the general fund to get through May and $45,000, make sure that sounds right. 15 for Friday, 15 for 2 weeks for Friday, and 15 for end of month. So $45,000 for the general fund. So we would have to have, we'd have to move $12,000 to the jail fund to meet that payroll through the end of the month, and $45,000 to the general fund to meet all payrolls through May.
Is there a need to transfer any excess? I mean, like if it's got something coming in, we're not,
We don't pay bills until again when we meet June, what's the date of our second Thursday June meeting? No bills will be paid until that approved meeting, until that meeting where we approve. There will be bills that will come in that are essential bills that are utilities and such. And that's why I've given you all kind of a projection again of where we stand through June 30.
How much money do we have in the road fund?
In the road fund, we have currently $377,633
What you say you're gonna need 45,000?
in the general
And 12 in
jail. Okay, so if you'll look at those other two, these are projections. Now, I make the assumption we'll get the $217,000 before the end of the fiscal year that rebuild had approved for us to transfer. One of them's with the assumption that it goes in, one of them's the assumption that it doesn't, which I mean, I really think it will, but I'll go and make you aware of what happens if it doesn't. And those are the best estimates I have. The debt service, general fund payroll, jail payroll, and all that is pretty accurate because we know what that's going to be. The other ones are just the monthly expenditures that come in from one meeting to the next. Those range anywhere from what, 60 to 80,000
or what was the dollar amount? What was the total dollar amount you need to transfer?
Well, it has to be for each fund. We will transfer from if that's the motion he's making, from the road fund, we would have to transfer $45,000 to the general fund. From the road fund, we would have to transfer $12,000 to the jail fund.
So is that 57, is that correct?
In total, that would be $57,000.
Okay, do we need to go any further than that now?
That's what I don't wonder,
If we need to,
maybe 60,000, that way we can do that, that's official.
Okay. So you want to put the additional in the general, because the general couldn't transfer out to anywhere.
yeah,
So put a total of 60 being, that would be 48,000 to the general. 48,000 to the general fund and 12,000 to the general fund.
okay.
I'll make that in a motion.
All right, you all heard Denzel's motion? Do I hear a second to that motion?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign.
Brandon, second.
Yeah,
That's gotta be paid back by the 30th, right?
Everything has to be, the road fund cannot stay. And I don't know the consequences, because I've never audited anyone that has ever left that in the wrong fund at the end of the year. But my assumption would be with many other, like mineral co, when you spend it incorrectly or you don't do something correct, they would stop paying you the payments from your county road aid and such, if you don't spend it correctly.
we need to impose upon them how important that is that they get that money to us, to get us
Yeah, I'm
that
trying.
reason, and
It shouldn't take very long to make this an active status. I mean, I don't think that's.
Yeah,
that
I
big-
don't either,
it's
but
not
I hadn't
that big
talked to
an
him
issue.
personally, so I wanted to make sure before I gave you a time frame. But I really think it will happen before June 30th.
That
Yeah,
gives
oh,
them-
yeah, it should, it should.
Yeah.
gives them over 45 days to do so, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So,
so, but just keep in mind that even if we do that, these are the best estimates I had. You see how tight our funds will be. That's the one that says that we could do transfer that over. If there's any unexpected expenditures that are absolutely necessary, we will have an $18,000 balance in our general fund. And that is a very low balance for a general fund. To go forward, what are we going to do then?
Is there any interest that's paid on the road fund? Any interest that we get on the road fund? I know it wouldn't be much, but
It'd be very minimal. What's the interest rate right now? Like,
I wouldn't pay you over 0.5%.
it wouldn't pay
or
what
a
it
quarter
takes to
percent.
put it in and have to pull it back out and keep track of it. Because we don't have large enough balance in it. I mean, it's going to be, and it's going to be keep getting lower and lower as our road fund monies are reduced in the next fiscal year. So, just keep that in mind, how close that's going to be at June 30 also. Because there'll be payrolls after June 30 and after we pay that back. But I guess July 1, I mean, you can, I assume, do borrowings, but you would need to know where you anticipate getting that money from.
Any more discussion on the item at hand? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Don't move.
Shannon made it, got a second? Anthony second, all in favor? Aye. Hold like sign. Took care of that, didn't it? Spent that money right quick. I guess you fellows have had a lot of calls about that road down there.